Welcome to the Witching Hour Podcast, your home for horror. Keep it evil.
You ever been out walking around, wandering around, a couple friends, stumble into an old abandoned building, warehouse, a house, even for that matter, ransacked, it's old, and then of course somebody's got to bring up there's a story attached to it. Hey, did you know way back in the day such and such killed such and such, or something along those lines? There's just trash everywhere. Maybe you find a dead animal. You hear birds and it just scares the shit out of you and you go out running. Well, welcome to the Killing Cell. Boys and girls, welcome to the Witching Hour Podcast. I'm your host, John Royceland, as always, and I'm here to talk about a brand new release that is making a lot of noise at the film festivals. Written and directed by James Bessie, and I apologize, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my notebook right now. Carson Scovasa, probably not even close, and I apologize. And Carson, I want to thank you because I believe it is you and I who have been in correspondence, and I want to thank you for having sent me your film. Again, written and directed by both James and Carson. The film is supposed to take place in 2006. It is that of a group of five young individuals that are on a road trip, so to speak. About about an hour or so, I believe, away from, let's just say, town, closest civilization, to an abandoned and supposed haunted penitentiary, where the warden was deemed supposedly as a sick fuck who used to rape, torture, all kinds of good shit. And with inside the building, he had hidden torture cells. So, our group is not only just there for the thrill of it, they are also ghost hunters. They got their cameras, they got their sound, they got the whole production. So they are there. They pull up. Huge building. It's beautiful. It's somewhere in Georgia. Fenced off, even barbed wire. And you can see a part that has been part of the fence that's been kicked in, cut from the bottom up, just kind of pull it up enough so that way they can make their way in. So the five of them are on a mission to find out what they can exploit about the said histories of the warden, and maybe even hit the jackpot and find these supposed hidden torture chambers. Now, as soon as they get into the place, obviously it's in shambles, complete disarray. There is still some bits of furniture, maybe a desk, chair flipped over, whatever. There is graffiti here and there. You can obviously see that people have been in there. They've broken in the past. They've hung out. Maybe they've partied. Maybe they were squatters for a while. They actually come across a huge mural, if you will, that somebody painted on the wall that they all actually pose in front of, that is supposedly of the warden. The flames coming out around him and everything is actually pretty cool. But they start going through and they're exploring. And they actually start coming across booby traps. Ones that could definitely fuck some people up if they hadn't actually noticed it. But they did. So they kept going. They were lucky that they did. Uh, they kind of come across the main office way, if you will, in their ventures, and they find the main office. They also see underneath of a hidden tarp that's hanging. They find a generator. Hmm, new generator. They look around. They find a sleeping bag on the floor. They find like a military or police issue, looks like riot gear, the old helmet with the shield on the front. That's got a lot of abuse been taken from this thing. I think there was a backpack, I believe. Anyhow, they kind of centralize there. They go to the office. They find a lot of old paperwork. They find a picture of the prison. They find pictures of the warden. They find a picture of a picture. They find a picture of the warden, the young lady who he had said supposedly rumored to have impregnated and kept tucked away somewhere within the building and set up a little, I don't even want to call it an apartment, just some kind of like a dorm for her and this child to live in. And that was it. And kept her completely hidden and tucked away from the rest of the world. Um, so they actually split up. A couple of them are going to stick around, do some more research. Our other two are going to venture off and see if they can't find these hidden cells. This is where the killing cell gets really, really good. Again, brand new, unreleased film. Um, man, this fucking movie is great. I mean, great. If this is not on DVD in stores, it won't be in a theater because that shit just doesn't happen anymore. It will be streaming soon. I don't know when, but I'm going to almost guarantee it. It is that good. Yes, it is a found footage film. So you do get the handheld, the shakiness. You get the grainy kind of quality in some parts. Um, the overall acting, everybody was believable. Some of these films, you get them and you could see that they can't read real well, and if they can, they can't remember it, and they sure as hell can't even read it off their cue cards because it's a friend of a friend and said, "Hey, man, you want to be in my movie?" Well, this isn't like that, and it's got a great story because growing up, everybody that I knew, including myself, we'd run through the woods, we'd go down old abandoned streets, we'd find abandoned buildings, you'd hang out, or you'd play, or you'd at least just check that shit out. Where I live at in the surrounding areas, there are tons of places like that. And it was just so exciting. Did people get hurt? Yeah, because man, the shit's old and rusty, and people have been there for years, and there's broken glass and windows and bottles and all kinds of shit there. But that just kind of added to the thrill and the excitement of it. So they've taken that excitement and they've been able to put it into they've been able to bring it to life in a very, very fucked up way. Um, the squatter, all I'm going to say, he's not a squatter. Now, it's not a perfect movie. Um, there is one character that is portrayed that did a great job, but it's never really explained who that person was. That was my only downfall. Now, I might have missed something. I'm old. It happens. And I apologize if I did. Um, Man, I want to talk so much more about the film, but I'm not, and I refuse not going to give things away. Um, when when the shit hits the fan, in the film, again, the quality of the film, because they're recording on handheld video devices. And that's great because some of these films in the location itself, they turn and they look down a hallway, and the camera light itself, it only shines so far. But you hear something and you're drawn into this film, and you are just waiting literally for Devil himself to come out of the fuck running up the hallway and right through the goddamn screen and rip your fucking head off. So the creepiness is there. The level of excitement is there. The characters being likable, it's there. One thing that I really, really loved, prior to them even going into the building, backpack check, camera check, battery check, fake blood check. I fucking loved that. That right there made the whole movie for me, just because they were found footage. Excuse me, because they were ghost hunters. Well, you go to a ghost hunting and don't shit happen, you're not going to get followers. You're not going to get viewers. You got to bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, look, there's blood on the floor. There must have been a killing here. Now you got followers. Now you got subscriptions. Now you're going to get famous and be known. So, with that being said, I absolutely loved it. I caught it. I actually rewound just a couple seconds to double check, make sure I heard that right. And I absolutely loved that. Um, my my opinion, the acting was good. It was solid. The writing was solid. The direction was solid. The movement of the film, meaning how it flowed. A lot of indie films, they can be real, real slow in between scenes or something, focal points that happen, and it just drags too long. Now, The Killing Cell moves at a great pace. And I'm going to tell you what, there was a couple scenes in this film where the special effects of, let's just say, of people getting hurt, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to tell you if somebody actually gets killed or not. But yes, let's just say a few people they might get a little boo-boo. They might have gotten hurt a little bit. Holy shit, dude. The effects on here were great. Yes, I know it's kind of grainy in some spots. So no, dude, this shit was spot on. It was great. It really was. Um, James and Carson, congratulations, man. I hope you guys are tearing it up at the at all the film festivals. I hope you guys get a signed deal with this thing and make a million and put me in the next one, because I really enjoyed this one. Boys and girls, The Killing Cell. Be on the lookout for this film. It is found footage. Story of ghost hunting gone way wrong. Boys and girls, I am John. This is the Witching Hour podcast. I hope you have enjoyed my show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for your subscriptions. Um, you got any comments about going into abandoned places or about ghost hunting, found footage, any of that stuff, or anything? Down below, please leave me a comment. I love reading it. I love responding back to you guys and talking about this stuff. Also, while you're doing that, please hit the little subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. Um, I guess that's all I got for you guys. Carson and James have already agreed they will be on the show. They can help explain a lot better than I probably did and tell you guys the inspiration behind the film and when hopefully all of you guys are going to be able to see this. But in the meantime, I wanted to let you know, keep an eye out for it. Okay. So with that being said, I am John with the Witching Hour podcast. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Um, in case you were wondering, yes, under my clothing, I am still naked. And as always, keep it evil. See you guys soon.